Hey everyone, good morning. Welcome to a very important question today. Can Eastern medicine help my injury? So I've tried to answer the question under my own power and using my own techniques, exercise, diet. I can tell you more how that might be effective, but lifestyle and methodology in terms of Western medicine. Today, trying something from the East. I hope you find this as interesting as it looks. Tight on one side. Just tight.
Yes. How long?
More than 1 year.
1 year. And how numbness of the leg? Numbness.
No numbness.
And then you feel tired.
If I sit for a long time, then it will start to hurt. And then sit like this, it will get more and more tired.
More tired. As you sleep, will
Sometimes I wake up and it hurts. So, not every night, but sometimes.
and can have look in your inside body it's more yes they can do acupuncture and cupping.
So I will have acupuncture and cupping, which is also a very unique therapy. So first I'm going to change the clothes and then I'm going to lay down on the bed over here. So see you in a minute. Okay, so very loose clothing, interesting color here, but the purpose is it's very easy access for the doctor to access different areas of the body. Okay. So I don't know what I'm supposed to do here, so this is a learning experience. Very interesting smell in here. See what I mean? Each of the clothes has very easy access. I didn't realize that. Well, actually this hurts also. Yeah, here.
This have or not?
Yep.
Have? Yes. Then and here? Okay. And 10 more? No. Pain or not pain?
2, 3.
3. Okay, have a little bit pain or you can feel like erected, somehow erected right in the leg. Okay. 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 And now you have not I can do erective, right? give you erective needle. Okay. Now half okay. It's okay.
It's okay.
I open erective this area. Half feeling or a little. Okay. Not pain?
Okay.
Okay. This area. Half or not? A little bit. A little bit. Okay. Okay. 20 minutes. If you have problem, can call me.
Okay, so now how to take my mind off this. It's a very unique sensation, I will say that. So I think there are 5 needles from my butt down to my knee on the back side. You can see in the video more than me. I can't see it, which is good. I don't want to see it. I'm scared of needles, but I'm trying to focus on something else. The smell in here is a little bit uncomfortable. A lot of smoke because someone else is doing the fire cupping. So the smoke in here is pretty bad. But the sensation is unique, and I hope that it will help. Both my dad and my coach recommended this. So, step 2, connecting an electrical supply to the needles. And now my muscle is flexing uncontrollably 1 time per second. And she said stay here for 20 minutes. So if I think this is intense, wait till what's coming next. But okay. As I mentioned, the first video, I'm making this in 2 parts. First video would be like all Western ideas. This one is Eastern. So right now, I'm trying to focus and be mindful, sort of in the spirit of the Eastern style. So like I mentioned before, philosophy would be part of this treatment, giving your body the best chance to fight whatever the problem is. Confidence, our own confidence really has healing properties, and I guess the more that you ignore that, the more you might take away your own chance of fighting whatever it is, big or small. Having confidence that there is hope for improvement, it really is a big deal, and there is, I would say, in the Eastern way of thinking, endless opportunity for improvement in that direction. I would say that's something that in the West people might even laugh at. However, Eastern ideology clearly has something to offer. So there's that food for thought. In the moment right now, I'm feeling a weird feeling. I can't say it's painful, but it's definitely uncomfortable. It is pressure, pulsing, and I'm trying to get used to it. So I'm trying to focus on the music, trying to think of other things. 20 minutes for me is about all that I can handle. So I realize this is just the first session. Maybe you could handle more. 40 minutes, 1 hour. For me, 20 minutes is enough for today. So we're almost done. A little sound to mark the end of the 20 minutes. She came, she removed the electrical attachments and then removed the needles, and she said, okay, prepare, now we will do the fire cupping. I've also never done that. I'm more curious because it's not invasive. I'm not really scared of it, but it sounds scary. Let's see what this is like. No, feels very good. Feels like there is someone standing on my back. The pressure is so much that it's hard to even breathe enough to talk. So she said, handle this for 10 minutes. So I'm even breathing shallow here. Okay, talk to you in 9 more minutes.
你不用浪费我的次数，艾灸你可以单独弄。什么针？就是那个。我以为你要给我那个碰那个针，然后旋转那种，吓死我了。我可死都不要。就有人觉得我有通过另外一个加了我的微信，加了我的那个小红书，然后开始问我可以买东西。
sometimes. Feeling is interesting. Very lot of pressure. The first one was maybe hard for me personally because I don't like needles, but that was actually hard, a little bit painful. You can't even breathe deeply, so if you're nervous, you feel like you need more oxygen, so I had to suppress that feeling first off. And then second, there's a suction pressure that seems to keep increasing, and then it stops, thankfully, and then I was focusing on my breathing, just counting breaths. 10 minutes, thankfully, is shorter than 20, so I made it through. And then finally, the smoke is hard for me because I have smoke allergies, so also trying not to get too nervous or too excited for that. Anyways, how does my back look? Can you see all these marks? So there's a lot of smoke in this room now. Wow. It is treatment though, so it's not usually going to be fun when you think of that. Let's see the after effects. I'll tell you how I feel in another 10-15 minutes. So there's a bin here, some plastic. It's just a wooden bucket, and this is a medicinal compress. Put your feet in. The water is hot, but not crazy. And massage your own feet with this. So check this out. Look at my legs. You see how active the veins are? So it means blood is moving through my legs. I mean, look at that. I'm not flexing my muscles. Look at that. See how much blood is coming up? And my back, I bet it's even more. Yeah, see, like veins are just coming out. So I think it's because of the warm water. And my back looks pretty scary right now. Okay, so yin yang, in English we pronounce it yin yang, but yin yang, this is a duality throughout all of life. It is an amazing philosophy to bring to many different areas of life. I will just tell you about temperature is one of the most common, hot and cold. Sometimes though, you might be recommended hot things actually to reduce your inner temperature. So upstairs, I had electricity, I had fire, smoke, and now hot tea. All four of these things, though, are to reduce my inner temperature. Very interesting. Oh, and a foot massage. So, yin yang is a very deep concept. Even if you're not interested in mysticism or anything spiritual from the East, this concept, just in terms of philosophy, is so interesting to me. So just aside from the treatment, I love the table design. I just appreciate the genius of this. So this is how Chinese receive someone in a business, client, or receive someone in a home. If it's a well-established home and a room where they have a table like this, this is how to serve tea. You see, you can pour water directly onto the table. It's just genius. It's a design that is just mind-blowing, really. I love it. I love watching how they serve. It's an art. It's amazing. So of course, now that the tough part is finished. Of course, there's some relief that I feel, but I can definitely say my back is painful on the surface, but I can feel a release deeper down inside. I will tell you more in the hours later on, but right now I feel very just warm and oddly satisfied. I don't know actually how to explain it, how to describe it, because this is my first time, but let's see the effects, the later on, the benefits. Yeah. So like I said, both my dad and my coach recommended acupuncture and the hot cupping. Man, that fire cupping is just, it is wild. The skin of humans is so flexible and so strong. You see how much it's stretched? I can't even believe it. It was hard for me even to watch the video right now. Wow, yeah, my back is like, it looks totally crazy. Actually, for a tattoo, that would be a pretty interesting tattoo if you saw someone with the shape and the intensity of the color difference, the contrast on the back. What if someone had a tattoo of like the cupping pattern? Yeah, but it's crazy. It's way crazy. Wow. Very, very new experience, that's for sure.
Chi and but not full. Yes. See that this area? Yes. You can. This here, this area. How Chi and but. And this here. It's good.
She said this one is okay. The blood flow in this one is okay. She said this area shows that the blood flow is not what we want, not optimal. Okay, so I'm sitting in front of the shop, taking a moment to try and process the things that I have learned and compare them with the things that I thought that I knew beforehand. Okay, so the concept of yin yang is very important, and remember, some people might be more full of yin, some people might be more full of yang, some situations also, and this includes belief and reality, I could say. There are physical aspects and mental, spiritual aspects to this, so it's a really fascinating concept. Okay, so I might say I don't really believe any of the concepts, but some of them are undeniable in terms of physical truth. You could also have a mix. Maybe you feel there's something to be learned, but you're not quite sure. It's really there's a lot behind this concept of yin yang. So this is an ancient philosophy, obviously, and parts of it are linked to religion, religious beliefs. Parts of it are linked simply to health, physical health. And a third part might even be the stuff around you, which also influences your health, for sure. For example, there could be your home, is leaning in a certain way in terms of what it promotes as far as energy, stuff like that. So you can learn a lot for yourself in the future. I'll leave that to you if you're curious. But anyways, for me, right now, personal experience. Interestingly, after sitting through my own fire cupping process, someone sitting next to me said, I can't do fire cupping, so what's your experience? I said, oh, I saw you doing your own treatment. She said, no, I was doing steam treatment, which brings warmth into the body. I said, what? She said, you can't do it because you are too hot. I am too cold for fire cupping, so I can't do the one you did, and you shouldn't do the one that I did. She said, by the way, remember, cover your back tonight because all your skin is open, so you don't want to let cold to affect your body too much, too strongly. These are such interesting concepts to think about. So for sure, there's the aspect of belief also, the idea that things that you might not want are going to enter your body because you've given a chance, you've opened your skin, you have opened yourself to different forces. Okay, so there's the spiritual aspect of that, which also as a Christian, I could respect. It's also very important for me to be mindful of spiritual defense. It's very real. I just might not believe in this way. I believe definitely in my own way. However, I really think there's a lot that Western ideology in terms of medicine could learn from East. East has so many genius, simple ways, historical, verifiable, of taking care of your health without needing invasive medicine. It's not news that the West is learning more from the East in terms of medicine ever more recently. I would say acupuncture for me, because of the needles, yes, it's slightly invasive, but they are tiny needles. But I would say from what I've learned today, so much that I can think about for myself, learn for myself, even think how to treat myself in the future. In dozens of different ways. I could talk right now for 45 minutes, I guess, of the thoughts that are just starting to come to me from this. Anyways, I gotta wrap up this video because we are going to lunch. It's one of our favorite places, and we are gonna do this as a thank you to our friend who introduced this treatment center to us. Back to the table, back to the learning process. Remember, I think starting from the beginning, if you really do want to improve your health, the 3 most overlooked things are surely relief from stress, healthy eating and drinking, meaning your food, your drink, and then sleep. These 3 things, if these are out of balance, you're gonna have a hard time doing all the other complicated, all the other maybe sexy looking things, all the other like modern ideologies. All of that stuff comes second. You need to take care of yourself at the basic first. Hydration, healthy food, life free from stress, and also sleep. Okay, but now imagining that we have those 3 basics in control, or at least understand you're working towards them yourself, then we can move to the next step. My mom is a nurse, right? So you might understand a lot about how I care so much about food, about my healthy lifestyle, because of my mom. Yes, that's true. My parents raised me also to believe in God, to believe that Jesus has a plan for our lives, so that takes care of a lot of the base structure of why I do things or my decision making. Step 2, I have moved on as an adult, a little bit more down the road of like athletic performance, but still a lot of the things are important from the base of how I believe, how my family raised me. So like I said, my mom is a nurse. When I first asked her about fire cupping, when I first asked her about some Chinese massage techniques, my mom said, "Joel, I do not think that is a good idea." So I was confused. Mom, these are 2 very different opinions here. So just for example, my mom, over the years, they come to spend time with us in Thailand. My dad goes to acupuncture, like I mentioned. She sees the relief that it provides my dad. And my mom, who had education in Western medicine, but then experience in Africa for many years of nursing, she learned a bunch of different things maybe she didn't learn in school. And then finally, she comes time to spend years of her life in Asia. So it's also interesting to watch my mom, who is a professional nurse. She has learned and maybe adapted a few of her recommendations. It's really just fascinating. We are talking about medicine, which for me as a Westerner means medicine science. Science and medicine are just linked, right? But there is so much more. Medicine, in terms of how it refers to health. The word health now has with it spirituality, the daily rhythms, your opinion and beliefs, and then, of course, science, things you can learn. So I really could talk for about an hour as far as the things that I've learned today. It really was such a beneficial day. So I hope you got a lot out of this video.